Hi there guys, this is Alex Ellis here again for another video. Now I hinted to you a while ago that I was off on a school history trip that would take me offline for a few days. Well, that time is almost upon us, as it appears to be so that the trip is going ahead. But I just thought though that rather than just saying, oh, I'm going to be offline for a few days and all that, I thought though that I'd tell you exactly where I'm going and what you might expect. Now I will be taking both of my cameras with me on this trip, but those of you who are my subscribers must remember though that this is a school trip. It's not a holiday. And I will be having very little free time and not very much time for actually filming things like lifts or buses or stuff. But don't worry. So the trip officially commences Wednesday morning on the 18th of March. We assemble at the Inter ferry terminal at 7 o'clock in the bloody morning. 7 o'clock in the morning! God knows what time I'm going to have to get up to be at the ferry terminal at 7 o'clock in the damn morning. We're on the 8:30 sailing from Wellington. That's the here's the route right here, right along here through the harbour, across the Cook Strait, round here through the Marlborough Sounds, and into the docking point here in Picton. And then that's where we get off the boat at around about 11:45 is when we disembark. It's around about a 3-hour trip, so the boat gets in around about 11:30, and we get off at about 15 minutes. And we get off about 15 minutes later because we'll all be foot passengers. So we get off pretty quickly. We have to get some luggage, and then we're in Picton until about 1. We have free time from 12 to 1 in Picton, which, if you look at this, is not a very big area at all. Well, there's all that up there, but I mean, nobody's going to get to be able to walk up there. We're literally going to be confined within these streets, probably even over here. We're not going to have very far to go anywhere at all. And then we load up into vans and we drive all the way to Greymouth, and that is where we go. Which is all the way over here, and that is where we're staying for 2 nights, and then on our other night we stay up here in Westport, which is up here. And so that's pretty much the locations I'll be going. At some point we might be visiting Blackball, which I've highlighted here, home of the Blackball miners' strike. Or, as an alternative, Hokitika, which is here. There's Hokitika. And so, yeah, that's where I'm going on the trip now. So now that you know where I'm going, it's probably better for me to explain exactly why I'm going away. This is, there's New Zealand for you. There's Blackball on the map. That's around about the area anyway. So it's an NCA History Level 2 West History trip, and because we're studying the New Zealand Gold Rush for one of our topics, and this trip is to educate us on the New Zealand Gold Rush, as of course there were two as we're learning about the West Coast Gold Rush. We'll be visiting the mock mining town at Shantytown a couple of times. We'll also be visiting an old coal mine in Westport. We'll be doing all sorts of things. So it's an educational trip. But I just thought though that this might be a fun way to tell you though why I'm going to be offline for a few days, which is probably though what I should cut to the chase about now. So I'm going to be offline pretty much for 4 days. We get back on Sunday, which is the 22nd, and the ferry gets back there at around about 5:40. So I will be back online probably by then to talk to you and say hello. I am hoping to film the lifts on the Inter-Islander ferries. Now I can't remember which one it is. So let's have a look. Let's have a look, shall we? Inter-Islander ferry. I think it's going to be the Arahura and the Kaitaki, which is that's your Kaitaki, and then that's your Arahura. Once this image stops being pixelated, might find a different one. Oh no, it's there. And then there's your there's the Arahura. If it's not one of those, then it'll be the Aratiri, which looks like this. But apparently we're not going on the Aratiri. It should be the Arahura and the Kaitaki. But let's see. I can just make up though that I'm actually. If I just make up though that I'm. If I just make up though that I'm pretending, then it will tell you exactly where. And so Wellington to Picton, the 8:30 sailing out apparently will be run by the Kaitaki that day. And I'm not sure what the 5:40 sailing is. That might be the Kaitaki as well, actually. Sunday the 22nd, Picton to Wellington. No, the one that comes in at 5:40 is the Arahura. Kaitaki comes in at 4:30, and then it will be the Arahura. So the Aratiri's not sailing that day. Interesting. Oh, it might be sailing to Picton, it's just not coming back. Huh, that sailing is actually sold out. Probably because my school's on it. So there you go. So I'll be going on the Kaitaki and the Arahura. They're actually supposed to be replacing the Arahura with the Stena Allegra, so I may never get on there again. Let's have a look at the ship, shall we? While we're here. There's Arahura. Floor plans. Yeah, so there's your floor plans. Apparently there's lifts at the back. There's deck 7. Apparently there's lifts at the back, which has changed since I last went on the Arahura. And then the Kaitaki. Now, I've been on the Kaitaki before, and I believe it's got some extremely rare thyssins. I just hope that they haven't replaced or modernised them, because I'll be extremely cross. Well, they've just updated the floor plans for this, and the lifts are still in the same place, and I hope that they're still there. They should be. I don't think, though, that they'd have replaced the lifts. I doubt it. They might have done, but I don't think they will have. I'll be cross if they have, because I don't think those buttons are featured on any other lift in the world. So I'll be cross. So there you are. So those are the ships that I'll be travelling on. Kaitaki and Arahura. So that's pretty much going to be it for this video, guys. And so if I don't see you in a video before then I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.